we're going to be talking about. Bring me the. You have to set the internet up, Roxy. Yeah, no. Set it up now because it'll mess up the internet. Let's see. No, I need that. Back. Got it? What is it? Come over here. Oh! Boy, you better be careful. So under. Good evening,
everyone.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What is going on, honey? Let me see. Say good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
There we go. Good evening. Please come on in. Come on in the room. Come on in. 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 It is Thursday Night Live with SheLovesThee. I have my special guest Braxton, and of course none other than the street committee head general, Mr. Ford. He'll be on shortly. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Stop tickling me. I was late because of Jay. Oh, thank you, Lady T, for sending me a flower. That's so sweet. Thank you, Lady T. All right, Joel. Hey, nephew. Oh, thank you, nephew. Oh, y'all got some like I don't know what it's called, but y'all got some. What are you doing? Lord have mercy.
I'll sit down with the cat.
Or you possibly could disconnect the internet because the internet is plugged directly to the computer this time, and you over here want to play show and tell. I was late because of Jay. That's the reason why I was late. We're supposed to be having board meetings, and then Braxton he wanted to play Tonk. He lost.
No, I won.
You not telling them, so how do they know?
I won. I didn't lose.
What were we playing?
Tonk.
What did you win? How'd you win?
I won because I used a smart strategy than you.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't know. How they gonna know?
Close out my tongue right there to prove.
One of these days, Mr. Ford will be here when the show starts. Pop light. So Mr. Ford usually is here when the show starts. He just waits for the folks to build up a little bit. Good evening, Mr. Smith.
Oh, that's good.
Come over here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Child. We have so much to talk about tonight. I hope you guys are excited. I think we're going to talk about defenses tonight. I was told that Tennessee State said that they're not going to lose to Jackson State. Now, Tennessee State has they are, expected to be last in the OVC. So I would hope that the last place team in the OVC would not think that they're supposed to beat Jackson State, but that's what they think. So we're going to have to prove them wrong. But I will say this, that Tennessee State has a new look. They have the former offensive coordinator from North Carolina Central, Matt Leone. They have defensive coordinator Cedric Thornton. So their team looks a lot different. this year. And you know everybody gets up for Jackson State, so keep your head on the swivel. Hey Al B, hey Ty B, nephew, please. Ooh, ooh, hmm. Not you sent me a watermelon. Ty B sent me a watermelon, y'all.
Ugh, ugh, ugh.
So we've got, we got a lot going on. Ron T, please. I don't need that mess right now. Please. Why would I show him that? No. We don't need no more drama. They're already stating that I do not like that coach. Like, I do not have anything against Coach Jackson at all. I don't have anything against him at all. So I don't want, I have actually, there's a whole nother channel. I think they're actually live right now. And their whole show is literally about my tweet that I did where I reposted a quote from Coach Jackson. And they're literally in shambles. So if you ever want to see that, it's a She Loves Thee show on another channel tonight. You want to start some stuff, Ron T. I don't want to start nothing. I don't want to start nothing. Hey, when I say something, I get accused of hating a coach, which is definitely not. Never would be my intent ever. Okay. Ooh, Coach. You know what? Coach Thornton been in the swag. I want to say he was at Alabama A&M. Wasn't he at Grambling too? I believe he was at Grambling as well. I love a good receipt. Uh, Russell Haynes back early today, just in case we say something about South Carolina State. Y'all say something about South Carolina State in the chat. For me, I'm gonna say South Carolina State. Uh, I feel like they'll win the MEAC, but I do not feel like they'll win the Celebration Bowl again. That's what I have to say.
What?
Ooh, ooh. All right. I sent you the receipts of Tennessee State. Miss Mac, I wanted to look at it. I think you said it was on the 84 mark. I didn't get a chance to clip where that he said that we're not losing. Who went in the Celebration Bowl? That is such a good question. I am so glad I have the answer. Let me put it up here. Ooh. No, why do you keep doing that?
Which way do I
Get down, down, Lord have mercy. We need some rhythm training, and I don't have it available here. You're not gonna get no rhythm training over here, honey. All right. Okay.
Don't you love my long hair?
If we see,
My ponytail. Haha.
haha, All right. So let me drop the link. Drop the link.
Drop that.
BCU sending band to Battle of the Bands in J-Town. There is no way that Bethune-Cookman is sending. I will believe it when I see it. Bethune-Cookman is not sending the Battle of the Bands. Y'all, what classic we got that week? Is that Edward Waters or is that Tuskegee? Bethune-Cookman going to be at the Battle of the Bands in Jackson. Yes, they are. What? Are y'all sure? Ain't no way Bethune-Cookman sending their band to go do that, but not to play at Jackson State during the game.
15 more minutes until we get a ding.
I'll believe it when I see it, y'all. I'll believe it when I see it. Are you sleepy? That's what 92.7 says. I need to talk to the band director, the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats band director. I need to talk to them. They didn't come to the Jackson State game. I wonder, does the Battle of the Bands in Jackson give them money to get here? Because maybe that is something. Mm. Now, y'all got to be careful about these. You guys got to be careful about these folks. You know that sometimes, they even have Martin Luther King on flyers. On flyers now. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, all right. Hey, Brock.
He's in his room, thankfully.
Oh, he is real. Okay, all right. What you
Yeah, he
got him?
loves to bounce around.
Yeah, what is he reading on? He been doing
He
his
didn't.
reading.
He didn't read nothing this week. I ain't
Okay.
even gonna hold you. I took him to. What did I take him to? I took him to some type of club
Uh.
this week at the library, and then it started torrential rain pours and stuff like that. We've been having some flooding here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
He's not even sleep.
Yeah. Let me. Hey, Miss Whitley, how you doing? Okay. Let's see. Lady T, Miss Mary. Okay. Hey, Brandy. Okay. What about Dr. Kanisha? Is Dr. Kanisha on here?
She's here in spirit.
Okay. All right. Hey, everybody.
There's Brax. Braxton, look, Mr.
Huh?
Ford talking to you. Hi,
Hey,
Mr.
Brock, you
Ford.
doing good?
Hi, Mr. Ford.
Hey, what you been reading on?
Yes.
Huh? You been reading on anything like what you been reading on?
The truth. You ain't been reading.
I have
Uh,
been reading.
You ain't been reading this week. Well, we got to get back on your reading now. You know you're supposed to read your Bible. You're supposed to be reading your Proverbs.
Oh, Lord
You're supposed to be
mercy.
reading your Proverbs.
Now, Mr. Ford, I
Hmm?
have it. I have it good and everything in line and tight for the school year. But
Okay.
during the summer,
Uh-huh.
his grandma handles all that.
Okay.
I
All
take him
right.
to work. Oh, can you get my hat? Wait. Go under there. Get my hat, please.
Okay.
I wanted to show you my hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Mr. Ford, we got so much to talk about. I'm
Yeah, I
so
was
glad
looking
you're
at the
on here because you're
headlines
gonna
on it.
just give us
Yeah,
the
I was
real.
looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna give us the real.
ow.
And I wanted your some people in the chat are requesting your commentary on certain things that are going on around. Yeah, you can put it on me.
Huh?
No, no, not that way. Why would you do that? It says women. Oh, excuse me.
It says
Women no ball.
Jeez.
You see my hat, Mr. Ford?
Okay, what's it say? Let me say it again.
Women no
The
ball.
balls.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Women no.
yeah. Yeah, women know
Yeah,
about.
And see
Oh
hat.
yeah.
Compliments of AD Sykes. So I wanted to thank her for
Oh, okay,
blessing me
okay.
with this hat.
Yeah, that's Miss Virginia State, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Did you say hey everybody else?
Yes. Hey everybody
Did
else.
you say hey everybody else?
Hey everybody else.
So the first thing that they're talking about in the chat is that Bethune Cookman will be blessing um the Battle of the Bands this year
Oh yeah. And I heard you
in
said in.
Jackson, Mr.
Oh yeah,
Ford.
that's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. That's gonna be epic.
BCU band known as the Pride.
Yeah. Mr. Donovan Wales.
Yes, they're going to be in attendance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now is that gonna be televised?
They should, shouldn't they? They should
Yeah.
monetize it and put it on the SWAC TV, huh?
Yeah, I hope they televise that. Now, who are the other bands besides Jackson and Bethune?
Y'all come. Where's a bandhead? Where's Jay at? Mr. Bandhead, where are you at?
Yeah, how many bands? Because I saw one from Houston on TV one time, and I saw one from SoFi. They were excellent in
Mm.
Los Angeles. It was really good.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a it was really good last year. Well, they said maybe the performances were good. I'll say
Right,
that.
right. Hmm. Listen, before I forget, I watched a podcast. It's under Rocky. You know who I'm talking about?
The Prime Lover.
Yeah, and it was Mr. Campbell was on there, and they had this guy Kyle T. Mosley, and they
Mm-hmm.
did an excellent job in breaking down the problems and the situation with Texas Southern athletics. Did you see it?
Now I do not watch.
You got to
Now
watch.
I
No,
do.
Mr. Moore, you
No,
got to
no,
watch this one.
I won't be watching. But I
Yeah, you
do
need to watch this.
appreciate Kyle T. Mosley for coming
Yeah,
on his
Kyle T. was
podcast
out.
because Kyle T.
Listen,
is the one that broke it down because
yeah, yeah,
he
he really broke it
covers
down. I thought Mr.
Battle.
Campbell did a good job too. But I was to me it was like groundbreaking journalism. It was really good. I mean, because they got to the root of the problem. It's some things that I had heard because I don't really keep up with that Texas Southern program. I admire their basketball and all of that, and I followed what's her name? Cynthia Cooper was out there, and I love Mike Davis when he was out there. But they broke it down on that show. Actually, what's the root of the problem? And the root of the problem is that during on so-called board of trustees or board or whatever it is, that's the problem. But
You said that they're the problem.
yeah, they the problem, and it comes from the governor. Listen, for anybody that's interested, make sure you go back and watch that show. What's the name? I know the guy's name is Rocky. What's the name of the show?
I don't know, Mr. Ford.
You know what. But anyway,
I
it was a
do
great
not. Is
show.
it
It was a great.
Oscar's channel?
I
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm
I
dead ass serious. I know who Kyle
okay.
T. Mosley is. I
Yeah,
know who Rocky
and
is, and I know
that's
who.
mainly the reason I stopped when I saw it, and they said we're gonna have Kyle T. Most because I listen to him a lot,
Yes,
and
Kyle T. Mosley is a very good
yeah, he
journalistic
is, and
reporter.
he's stationed out of Houston. Is he?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, he did a really good job. He did a really good job.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that one with a 40-foot pole, but we thank you. We everybody, if you guys want to know, or you know what, I'll bring Kyle T. Mosley on here and he can explain it on my channel if
Yeah,
you really
yeah,
want to
that would
keep
be
it a
great.
buck.
I would
Like
listen. I would love to
I'm
talk to
not trying to
him.
be funny, but I don't they're telling you to read the room, Mr. Ford.
Oh, well, what's the read? Nobody don't want to hear what about Rocky or something. What's going on now? What,
All right. Bethune Cookman, Valley, Tuskegee, and Langston will be in attendance. Jackson
okay.
State,
Mm-hmm.
Grambling,
Oh, okay.
maybe Alcorn State,
Uh-huh.
Sudden,
Oh,
allegedly,
Southern. Oh, okay, that's gonna be out. Now, what's the date?
Alabama State, allegedly.
Alabama.
State is not coming. Alabama A&M is. Oh, okay.
Okay, now what's the date? What's the date?
Oh, co-pilot said they didn't break down the FAMU contract like that.
Justin kept saying it was a
Yeah,
bad
yeah, they did
contract.
talk a little bit about it. Yeah.
No, Mr. Ford, you don't get it. He's saying that they ain't give that much emphasis on anything dealing with FAMU. That's basically what co-pilot is saying. Break
Well,
that down.
they did talk about it. They talked about it. They did say something about it, but the main story was that Texas Southern story.
They
I
say
mean, that's
why they AD wasn't there. Did they say that? Did they say why they AD wasn't at SWAC Media Day? Did they say that?
no, they didn't talk about that. I mean, basically, Kyle T was saying that the lady's just swamped, that she's swamped, and that I mean, I would say this: if anybody that wants to really hear that information, you should watch that.
So the information for if you want to get a complete breakdown of Texas Southern
Yeah,
and the athletics debacle and
yeah,
the stadium, which he's going to talk about the 30-year contract that they signed with Dynamo, um, which did not make Texas Southern the primary. It made them a secondary.
right.
Braxton, please. Here.
What is this for?
Okay. So yeah, I will never. Whitley says she's not going to be interested
I
in
see
doing
what
that.
Miss Whitley's saying. I see it.
Did you see what she said?
Yeah, Miss Whitley. How you doing, Miss Whitley? Yeah, but I just thought it was a good, lot of good information.
Oh, Mr. Ford, you know you will come out with some humdingers just to start off the show. I would like to say that your hee haw segment definitely moved a lot of people.
What what was?
Yes, your hee haw segment from Tuesday. A lot of people were
Oh,
very
talking about
engaged in that.
yeah. I'm serious. We used to watch it. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I used to watch it.
Hmm.
No
No
pots and
pots
pans.
and
Oh, no.
pans.
Y'all still call them Florida Indian pots and pans? Is that what they call it? 100?
I didn't. I was reading Whitley's comment.
Oh yeah, I'm saying
It said
radio
no
says
pots and
no pots
pans.
and pans. Is that Florida A&M?
I guess so.
Yeah, that's the 100.
It, yeah. Y'all are terrible. Okay, Mr. Ford. So let's talk about the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
All right. So I'm trying to figure out where we're gonna go first. So did you hear about Tennessee State?
Yeah, it came across
We
my
could talk
phone.
about
Yeah,
that, about
yeah.
Tennessee State removal of the AD. Or we could talk about how Tennessee State said they're not gonna lose to us. DC coordinator Cedric Thornton said that they're not losing to Jackson State.
Oh, okay.
We could talk about
Because
that statement.
He's never beat
We
Jackson
could
State.
talk about. Ooh, definitely not at Alabama A&M. He didn't. I'm trying to think of
He
where.
worked at
Was
Grambling.
he was at Grambling though?
He worked at
Did he was at
Alcorn, and he worked at Alabama State.
No, he worked at Alabama A&M. Remember, because his
He worked
wife
at
was
A&M, but
Dawn
he also
Thornton, and
worked at
she
Alabama
went to
State under
Alabama
Reggie
A&M.
Barlow. Huh? He worked at
Oh,
Alabama State under
really?
Reggie Barlow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were teammates under Coach.
So he done been everywhere.
Yeah, he played with Reggie Barlow under Coach Houston Markham.
Okay, so Cedric Thornton has been in the SWAC for quite some time then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He played in the SWAT.
They're saying he's from Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay, I didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't. I didn't know
I didn't
that.
know that he was from there. I know that he was married to
Yeah,
Coach Don Thornton.
right. I know.
Well,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
name is Don Brown now. Coach Brown. Yeah. So he said that he's not gonna beat us. They also came out with the tailgating pricing and pricing for some seats as well.
What was the pricing for the seats? How much? What are the
It
tickets?
was a little pricey. It was like
What,
$400 a ticket.
wait a minute. For the Jackson State,
Four hundred
Tennessee State?
dollars. I said we're not.
You mean for the tailgating or for the
Yes, they
ticket?
not playing with these tickets.
The
For
tickets are
the
four
four
hundred
hundred dollar
dollars.
price was for premium. Premium seating is $400.
Okay. What's general admission?
Vanderbilt didn't lost their damn mind.
Yeah, what's general
Well,
admission?
we already saw general admission, Mr.
And that
Ford.
was what was that $60?
Bishop says it includes food. Like that's supposed to mean something. I don't know what kind of food. What kind of food? Is it gonna be soul food? I'm gonna get the pricing. I'm gonna get the pricing. They said it
Now four
includes
hundred
food.
dollars is
I
that
don't
in the
know if
booth?
Vanderbilt does Vanderbilt know how to cook.
They know how to do
It's
what?
like in one of those. They have similar to like if you go to an NFL stadium, they have those like boxes.
Yeah, the sweets.
I am just dismayed that you know that's why you got to have your own. It's done by a third party vendor. They over here hitting folks over the head. They ain't gonna provide nothing but a few sandwich trays, some hummus dips, and some of those frozen wings from Sam's Club. They're asking is alcohol included? That is a great question. There's a cash bar. Mm. Baby, they trying to hit folks over the head. Folks will do, but it's a good thing it's a night game, right, Mr. Ford?
Oh
Because
yeah,
that means
yeah,
you're definitely going to eat before you get there,
yeah, yeah. I
and
love it
then
when it's
you
a night
just
game.
and then you could just drink.
Yeah, and the other thing I like is
They're
that it's at
taxing like
Vanderbilt.
drug dealers. I don't even think that the NFL stadiums are charging that much. And it's for like a one of those tailgating boxes for I think it holds 8 people.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, they said don't forget Edward Waters players think that they'll beat us. I wonder is Edward Waters band gonna stay for the band of the or excuse me the Labor Day um battle of the bands.
Timer went off. The timer's going off.
Okay.
Sounds ready.
Lord. All right. Let the battles begin. You see the flyer, Mr. Ford?
No, I hadn't. Well, hold on.
Talladega's gonna be there.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, they got a good band.
Tuskegee, Southern,
Hmm.
Grambling, Langston,
Hmm.
Valley, Alcorn, Jackson State, UAPB, and Bethune Cookman. I do not see Alabama State, nor do I see Alabama A&M
Where is this?
Okay.
on top of the stove.
Hold on. Oh, it's gonna burn the glove. It is going to burn the glove.
My bad on A&M. I don't know. Mercedes Benz Celebration Bowl premium seats were less than $200. Yeah, like they are. I don't know if they're like trying to purposely price people out of doing that or what, but I don't know. I guess go all out on tailgating. The food and the suite in Vegas was pretty good, and they had good liquor. Whitley said the Vegas classic they had some good food and liquor.
Oh, okay.
The food and liquor. I don't even know did I drink. I can't remember. The food at the Orange Blossom Classic was good.
Will they burn these plates?
No, it was good. I'm just saying Vanderbilt is not playing, honey. They are taxing. I said, wow, these tickets are no joke. I think Miss Mack is the one that posted it. They better have moonshine. Mr. Ford, they said they better have moonshine charging them prices.
Oh boy. Cone.
But
They used
it's a
to
good
call it
thing that
cone
it's one of
liquor.
those all day type of tailgate situations, right?
Well, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
It's good that they are it's a night game, right? So you can get real
Oh yeah.
full and all that before
Oh yeah.
everything. You eat real
Oh yeah.
good.
Nothing like a night game on
That
the
way you
campus
don't
of
have to
Vanderbilt.
pay that way you don't have to pay $500 for a hot dog.
Woo.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Just need this.
Everyone tries to gouge our fans and our appearances. That's why when the Celebration Bowl happened, all those prices dropped, Mr. Ford.
Yes, they did.
I was shocked.
Yes,
I
they
was
did.
like, "Oh, y'all are really price gouging us." So yeah, that happened. Vegas premium seafood was good and the service was on point. I can't even remember. Oh yeah, they did have good food in the media. Mr. Ford,
Mm-hmm.
I was told yesterday that I was not a real reporter. And the reason why I was told that is because I don't know if you saw the I don't know if you saw that the Texas High School Association, they had some type of conference or something, clinics.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
can't eat on live, baby, but thank you. Clinics and stuff like that. And Coach Jackson was, I guess he was invited to speak, but none of his coaches were.
Right. I heard about it. Yeah.
And he said that they don't respect HBCU football. And I'm like,
I
wow,
mean,
Mr.
I mean, well,
Way,
they want to
way.
ignore it, and they're going to try to play it down as much as possible because they don't want them kids to leave their programs. I agree with what he was saying. I've definitely they're going to disrespect us any chance they get because
So then my next question is when you repeat some of the and regurgitate some of those stereotypes and play into that and say we're not like them, don't you kind of like, I don't know, there's a couple of things with his statement. One, maybe we should listen to his statement first. Maybe I
okay,
should listen to it first. Cause to me, I was kind of like, yeah, you're saying that, but even you have made statements regarding HBCU football. Some could interpret them as negative. And then also, there was some other Prairie View coaches that were at the whatever that event was, that clinic.
right.
They
The
were
Texas
there.
High School Coaches Convention or something.
Right, but there was other Prairie View coaches that were there. And on top of that, the next incoming person is black. You know that, right?
You
Whoever
said
the
now,
next incoming president is for the coach for the high school, he's black.
I ordered it.
So it just gets tricky, right? Also, the whole like speaking out and race issues in this day and age and this climate and what, like, this is Trump's America. Like, you can't really. I'm not gonna say you can't because of course you can, but uh, folks really can do whatever they want nowadays in Trump's America. Maybe I'm misconstruing it like that, but I feel like people are not held to a certain type of standard. Like they don't have to um make things fair. They don't have to uh bend the knee to minorities.
Well, we've talked about this
Ooh.
before. These people know that they're losing
What's his
power.
foot?
Uh,
Oh, go ahead, Mr. Ford.
I was saying they understand that they're losing power domestically and internationally, and they're trying to do anything they can to preserve their power. But it's not going to work because that window has closed.
My ticket for Vegas was cheaper and it included liquor. Dang. They're saying that Vanderbilt is price gouging, y'all. Price
Yeah,
gouging.
so the $400 ticket is a ticket in the suite, right?
And it doesn't include liquor. They out there rabbit ass mine. Hey y'all contact your tailgate friends. Make sure that you get your tailgate tickets. I would just, make sure you get your tailgate tickets from your friends. Make sure that you put in, right? You would rather support like your um like folks from Jackson State, their tailgates. Go ahead and get your tickets from them than you would want to pay $400 for some cheese dip. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Yes, no, maybe so. Tailgate closed down at 4 p.m. early. Why does the tailgates close at 4? It's too much. It's like too much alcohol. What's inside comes out and it's excused. I don't believe that those are for suite pricing. It's like premium seating. Okay, let me read it. Maybe I reread it wrong. Okay, so it says um food and beverage inclusion, cash bar, 4, 6, and 8 seat options, $400 per ticket. Then they have the lodge box, which is food and beverage included, cash bar, 4, 6, and 8 seat options. Those are $300 per ticket. So one of them's a living room box, and one of them's like a lodge box. Then they have the Commodore Club, which is food and beverage included with a cash bar. They have Nez Field Club, which is food and beverage included with a cash bar. That's 150. Then they have Nez Terrence, which is food and beverage included, cash bar 175. So if you just wanted to be like, if you wanted your own like living room box suite, that's the one that's $400 per ticket.
Okay.
Then they have a large box with is just like 8 seats. That's $300 per ticket. Then they have bridge. I don't know what bridge means. Bridge is right below the press box, and it's $150 per ticket, and it includes food and beverage. And then they have a cash bar. So all of them that have cash bars, and then you're literally those are the premium seating options. The living room boxes, the field club, and the lodge are on the south end zone. So you'll be probably more than likely looking at the most of the game on like TVs, right? Because you're just gonna be at the end zone. Hmm. Take your $400 and get a few people to get a suite instead. That's nuts. Please reread that price. Where are they going to go after they tailgate? The game starts is more than 3 hours before kickoff. Like that don't even make no sense for them to. It says the kickoff is at 7:30. That's not how our tailgates usually work. They should have cut off tailgating at 6 p.m. All right. About that. And tailgating ends at 4. So I'm sorry that tailgating ends at 4. And their tailgating is a little bit different. Because I want to say, hey, Jackson State, our tailgating is all day and all night. Mr. Ford, I went to the
Mhm.
FAMU versus Jackson State game. I had to go in there early. They was still tailgating when I got out.
Okay, now what was this at Jackson? Or where was this game? Oh, the one.
Jackson State, you tailgate all day. You could tailgate from morning to night.
Okay,
Like they now you talking about tailgating. You could tailgate and have breakfast in the morning. Breakfast you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how like tailgating lots open at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And folks definitely get there because they want to get to their spots.
right.
And
Mhm.
then they set up, you could have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right, let me remove this off of here. All right, here's the pricing, y'all. It says starts Friday at 5 and ends Sunday before 10 a.m. for cleanup. And you know what, folks? So I guess Jackson State, y'all, Jackson State tailgaters, we have it good, okay? We are spoiled, okay? We are spoiled. You see the information, Mr. Ford?
Right. That says something. Living room box, $400.
Yeah, but
Is
do you
that
see where it is? You see, like the Commodore suites are, and the South suites, they're like off to the side,
okay? Okay.
like where the end zone is. They're on the top, and then you have the field club, lodge, and living room boxes. Those are like close to the field, but they're in like the end zone part.
Okay.
And then the press box and the is that's on the left side of the field, and underneath it is the bridge. The bridge it also includes food and beverage and a cash bar. So
Okay.
they have some options, y'all. If y'all want to be in a living room amongst you and your 8 friends, and you want to live luxurious, then it's gonna be you have a 4 box, a 6 box, and an 8 seat option. It's $400 per ticket. That's wrong. I'm from Nashville. The tailgate is over 30 minutes before the game. SEC rules. So Nick says that the tailgate is over 30 minutes before the game, and those are SEC rules.
Okay.
Miss Mack said that she checked and it stops 1.5 hours before the game. She rechecked.
You know what? This John Merritt Classic might break a attendance record.
Let me see. Miss Mack said that she rechecked and they're saying it's an hour and a half. If I was y'all, I would be calling up there saying, why does the SEC get only half an hour, but we got to do 1.5 hour? Because a lot of people are coming from out of town. So why would you make us pack up an hour and a half before? We need the same deets. All right. So there's that. Tailgating is on sale as well. For more information, please visit www.johnmerrittclassic.com/game day. Mr. Ford, I do want to talk about this because I feel like it's an important update to the tailgating. And that is, of course, that the AD, Dr. Mickey Allen, has been placed on administrative leave.
Right. Mm.
This is regarding athletic department leadership. On or around May 28, 2026, there's an open letter from 6 head coaches that raised multiple concerns about department leadership. Concerns are being taken seriously, and a full internal investigation is now underway. An interim athletic director will be announced soon. The university community will be updated once a decision has been made. Mr. Boyd, what do you think about Dr. Mickey Allen?
I'm surprised it's taken this long. I mean, when you got six head coaches sign an open letter, I thought something was going to be done immediately. But I guess it's good they doing something because you don't want to lose those people, especially that track coach. She's world renowned. She's really good. Coach Cheeseborough. And, uh, you got six head coaches sign a petition against you. Yeah, it's something going on. Yeah, that needs to be investigated.
Mm. And you know that they had the hockey program that was supposed to start, and it looks like that won't be starting.
No, no,
It
no.
it did take a while. It took 2 months.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought they were gonna get him. When I saw that letter, I mean, when I heard about the letter and the six head coaches, I figured that would happen immediately.
So Tucker, which is the president of Tennessee State, said an interim director will be named soon. He did not discuss the investigative findings, saying it is a personnel matter.
Right,
So
right.
a personnel matter. So this isn't even
Yeah,
about. I thought it was possibly about like dropping the ball with athletics in terms of budget or
yeah. But
but
before you
they're
can
saying it's
have
a
the
personnel matter.
personnel matter means that they haven't had a hearing.
Okay.
You release that stuff before you have a hearing. That's a lawsuit. Now after
Okay,
they,
so the investigation began after six head coaches sent a letter to Tucker in late May. The coaches who signed were men's basketball coach Nolan Smith, which he had a very good season
yeah,
this past year. Football coach Reggie Barlow. Reggie Barlow is coming out of leaving the XFL after winning. I want to say he won how many? Two championships? Or
I
maybe
know he
he
won
won one
one. Yeah,
championship and then
yeah,
his predecessor won one too. Women's basketball coach Candace Dupree, track coach Chandra Cheeseborough,
yeah.
volleyball coach Donica Sutton, and softball coach Janae McGrath. The coaches said they were worried about the current direction, leadership, communication, operational management of the athletic department. Under Allen, other reports pointed to problems with fairness and support for different teams, not enough teamwork between administrators and coaches. Mm. The group of coaches makes the situation stand out from a typical personnel issue. Allen hired four of the six coaches who signed the letter. Wow. Cheeseburger's signature adds even more weight to the letter. She's worked at Tennessee State for 32 years, has coached Olympic level sprinters under several different leaders, so she knows the school well.
Yeah, she was an All American there. She ran under the legendary Ed Temple. She was in the 1976 Olympics, I think. Yeah, the one that was in Montreal. She ran in there.
So Allen became athletic director in spring of 2020, taking over Teresa Lawrence Phillips. Before that, he worked at the University of Tennessee for 11 years in fundraising, student athletic development, and business operations. It says that he helped raise over $20 million at the University of Tennessee. He has a master's degree in sports administration from Tennessee State.
Yeah, I think he's from Nashville too.
It says that he focused on restructuring the department. He hired leaders for fundraising, marketing, communication, fan engagement, reorganized how things work inside the department, updated policies for 16 varsity teams. He managed the football team move to Nissan Stadium, hired coaches who helped win the 2024 OVC Big South title, the 2026 basketball championship. His work's been noticed outside of Nashville. He's seen as a leading athletic director at a Division One HBCU. Okay. Tennessee State is one of only three Division One HBCUs that compete outside the SWAC or MEAC.
And that's the
Okay.
problem. That's their problem.
What?
That they not in the SWAC or the MEAC because that's what their alums want. And that's why I told you their alums divorced them about 35 years ago. They don't have a following. They lost their students, and they lost their alums. Nobody care. I told you the year that Eddie George won the OVC, the championship game only had 1,500 people. The attendance was 1,500 in a 71 seat thousand stadium.
Mm. Well, that's not good, Mr. Ford. So, he's made some decent hires.
Yeah, I mean,
And then with Coach Eddie George, he was able to, before Eddie George left, of course, he was able to win that Big South title. And they went, and did they play who? North Dakota State or Montana? I forgot who they played.
I can't remember either.
But you know, I think Reggie Barlow was a really good hire, right?
Yeah, I think you'll be able to get some players in there. Um,
So it'll be interesting to see, Tennessee State's kind of private. So in their in when they talk about like what actually happened. So it'll be interesting to see if we're able to actually figure out what exactly happened, right?
yeah, that's troubling. You got six head coaches. You know,
Six of them said, including ones that you hired. Like, dang,
yeah,
I hired you, and you over here talking about you don't trust in me.
yeah, there's got to be something going on up there.
He said heads need to roll, and you trying to make my head roll. I'm the one that I hired you. It reminds me of Denzel Washington when he was in that movie. He's like, "You think you can do this to me? You think you can do this to me?"
Yeah, Miss Whitley, I saw it. She's delusional.
Whitley is so messy. Whit
Yeah,
is messy. You know what? Whitley is. Why would you
yeah,
please don't get Mr. Ford started? Now you know how Mr. Ford feels about the MEAC, and it has so much promise. Please don't get him started. All right. Do y'all want to talk about Howard or no?
yeah. What? Because I didn't. What's going on at Howard?
Mr. Ford. So, we in terms of how financial aid is handled. So apparently this is not anything new. This is not new, meaning, the rules are the rules. And apparently, if you don't follow the guidelines and the rules, you'll be unenrolled. So about 500 students have been taken out, classes purged, enrollment denied, taken back, snatched. And I want to say that they only have a couple more weeks before school starts. So I'm gonna read first
Mhm.
the statement that was made by Howard, the press release that they released recently.
Okay.
All right. So first time in college enrollment updates. So I believe that this particular letter is strictly for students who are first time incoming freshmen, meaning you've never had a balance at Howard. This is your first year. And it says, we understand that enrollment update that was issued yesterday is difficult and disappointing for students and their families. Howard University provided multiple detailed communications through March, April, May, June, and July to first time in college students and families on steps they needed to do to secure enrollment for the fall 2026 semester. Notifications include emails, personalized financial aid information, videos, Bison prep sessions to help incoming students understand tuition payment requirements, payment plan options, the process for reporting outside scholarships, and the deadlines necessary to secure their enrollment. Students who did not meet the established payment arrangement, or scholarship and other financial aid reporting detailed deadlines have been notified that the university can no longer hold their place in the incoming class. As Howard finalized enrollment for the fall 2026 semester, which begins August 17th, confirming enrollment is essential to planning academic programs, housing, financial aid, and student support services. We recognize that some students with pending outside scholarships and other financial aid resources may have been impacted by the recent enrollment update. The university is reviewing information related to anticipated scholarship funding and other financial aid where appropriate, and will consider further circumstances presented regarding pending scholarship awards and financial aid resources. So then it gives you like a host of emails to contact in terms of your enrollment status, Howard University scholarships, pending scholarships, and outside scholarship balances. And so then I was like, well, there has to be more to this. Like all these first time freshmen that are complaining. So basically, what I gathered from it is that you, as a student, like after you upload your financial aid, after you upload the outside scholarships, if you have a balance, you have to make a payment plan.
And if you don't, you're gonna be kicked out.
And if you don't, you're going to be kicked out.
Yeah,
And the
that's belt
payment
tightening.
plan was, I believe the first payment was due July 15th. It automatically splits up into 5 payments.
Yeah, the day of having balances is over.
And
If
I was
your business
puzzled.
if you don't have a zero balance now, they not letting you in. You got to
Yeah.
whatever they send you, you got to pay it. That's what they doing. This is belt tightening.
Yeah.
This is
So
belt tightening.
like, and I just was like, wow, these are really strict uh things, because like, but then I read it and they do apply anticipated outside scholarships. They will apply those award letters to your financial aid package. So
Right,
what that basically means is that students didn't do what they were supposed to do at the time that they were supposed to do it, and that's why they were purged.
right. If you you
Because
got to
I
have
was like,
you can't owe for nothing. If you owe for anything, you getting kicked out.
now July 23rd, I will say that is early. That's uh Howard's implementation on theirs. And reading some of the comments, which I would just encourage people, if you're really interested, you can go on Instagram and read the young lady's comments, and you will see hundreds of Howard alums giving advice or basically saying, hey, this is how it is. Either you navigate through it, or go to a different school. It is
You
what it
remember what you
is.
said? This is Trump's America, baby.
Right.
If you don't pay up, they putting you out. I see when I was in school, you could carry over balance, balancing. They still give you grades and still give you a room and all that. All that's over. That's over.
Yeah. So
That's
it
over.
says, although most of my students' external scholarships posted to the account on 7/12/26, leaving with a credit on that account, prior to that, we had a $3,000 balance remaining due to the external scholarships not posting. For safe measures, I set up a payment plan before July 10th, just in case any of the external scholarships did not post. We are grateful to say that a few of them did post, and it actually canceled out the payment plan. So and that's the thing with, I was getting ready to say, I don't know if she means like post as in the financial aid office uploaded the award that's supposed to come in, because outside scholarships they don't give you money in July. especially if you're a first time freshman, you're not going to get those funds till September, October sometimes.
Right. That's right.
Because that's just how external scholarships work. They need to see that you're actually enrolled, that you have classes. They're not going to send a check for a student in July or August. So I think what happened is there's some folks who might have had external scholarships and they didn't do with their due diligence in terms of making sure to have those that paperwork in. I will also say this, which is some scholarships they don't actually they don't announce that they're giving you the money all at once. I had Manifest Your Destiny scholarship by the United Negro College Fund. I also had like a scholarship for Missouri from the state of Missouri that would come. I had an NAACP scholarship. I had another scholarship too. And me being awarded those scholarships, they didn't tell me until I was already, the summer was darn near over. And they said, congratulations. Because I was supposed to go to Clark Atlanta at first.
Mhm.
I think your out of state tuition, out of state fees, and tuition, it was like 20 something thousand a year. And it was
But you know, the
$20
private school, you don't have out of state fees. Everybody pay the same. Out of
Oh
state
well,
fees is for state
it
schools.
was 23,000. I think it was 20 something thousand.
Yeah,
And
well, I'm telling you, at a private school, there are no out of state fees. At a
so you
at
guys
a
were just a flat 20,000
Yeah,
then.
that's right. If it's a state
Oh
school, like in
well,
Georgia, like you go to Albany State or Fort Valley, it costs you about $5,000 to go to them schools. But now, if you're out of state, that goes up to about $20,000.
so I think that what ended up happening with me, I was at Mizzou at the time,
Hmm.
and I got accepted into Clark Atlanta, but none of those scholarships had came in, meaning I was getting award letters as I'm on my way off to college. So because of that, I ended up going to Jackson State.
Right.
Yeah. So prayers to those young men and women. There was some good advice in there. Some people advised them to go elsewhere. Some of them said, "Hey, make sure you follow all the directions, and then you guys can get enrolled at Howard. Make sure that you set up a payment plan. If your parents can take out a, if you are supposed to be getting awarded those scholarships, your parents can set up a payment plan. The payment plan is, I believe, set up into 5 payments. So it'd be like one payment monthly, right? If you sign up your payment plan, you'll basically have your parents pay that first and maybe second payment, and then the other payments will be canceled out, and you can give your parents their money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says some schools, and you know what? That's what they'll place a letter. Like if you get a letter from a scholarship and it's a reputable place, like United Negro College Fund, um, if you give them that letter that says, "Hey, we're going to award $5,000," they'll actually put it in your scholarship package. They'll put $2,500 per semester. So yeah. So and Mr. Ford,
Hmm.
this is a hard lesson for this is their first lesson into welcome to the real world, huh, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. Cause
So you
see
don't
when
get
I
any
was in
special treatment.
yeah when I was in college, people would graduate and they had outstanding balances, and they would still give them their degree, and you could graduate. Now they don't do that. If you don't have that, if your balance is an outstanding balance and it's time for you to degree, I mean to get a degree, you're not gonna march.
Oh, not you
You're not
not
gonna
gonna
march.
march.
No, you're not. You gotta have everything, all it gotta be zero balance. Everything's gotta be paid up. And I like I said, I went to school with people, they owed the school two and $3,000, $4,000, and they still got a chance to graduate, got their degree and everything. Now a lot of them paid it off, but they were allowed to graduate. They don't do that no more. That's over.
Mm-mm. All right. So, do you want to go ahead and listen to this?
Yeah.
All disrespect will be addressed. Hmm. You want to listen to it, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. What are we listening to?
We are listening to the coach talking about the lack of coaching
Oh yeah.
coaches
Oh
from
yeah.
Prairie View.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now, I will say that there is definitely two sides to every coin, which is we'll talk about it, I guess, after we look at it.
Okay.
Hmm. I got accused of targeting a coach, though, Mr. Ford, and I don't like that.
You accused of what now?
Of targeting a coach. I got accused of targeting Coach Jackson and being very critical of things that he says because I dislike
Uh,
him. And that is absolutely not true at all.
um,
And then I was told that I wasn't a reporter because I just simply asked the question, you know, when you make statements about you can't win with a bunch of 18-year-olds and that goes viral, are they going to invite your coaches to be at the clinics? I owed a balance when I graduated from JSU, and the only way I got my degree was when I paid off the balance. I still was able to march, though. That was in 2010. Unstoppable, we graduated the same year. My God, today. Like, why are you guys. What? They think I'm attacking him? No, absolutely not.
So I got this issue, and I normally don't do like videos and all that stuff, but I had to. I just couldn't sit on my hands and feeling like
Yeah,
our
not
program had been
precisely.
disrespected, our coaches especially, or even our players. And so anytime that happens, we're certainly going to say something. We just came from coaching school, THSCA coaching school, phenomenal event, always has been, always will be. I've been to a lot of states. Nobody does it like the THSCA. Everybody thinks they're doing a great job with high school football. I think the state of Texas does it better. I'm biased. I'm from Texas. Whatever. Um, there was college coaches there speaking on football, clinicking on football, and my issue was why weren't our coaches there? We heard that coaches were invited. I found out that coaches were invited based off of last year's results. We've moved on, but last year's results, if that was the case, if that was the criteria, then somebody invite our assistant coaches, our coordinators, our position coaches did a phenomenal job. We're the only school in the state of Texas to play for a national championship. Regardless of the result, we were the only school in this state to get there. We were the only ones to get there. Top defense in the state, one of the top offenses in the state. All due respect to those guys, we had some guys that were way back statistically compared to our coaches and compared to our team. And so, if that's the criteria, then why weren't they selected? Why weren't they invited? And I can only think of one thing. It has nothing to do with any of the fluff that you might say. My issue with the THSCA coaches board that picks clinic speakers is you don't respect our ball. And I'm sitting here and I'm getting about tired of that. You don't respect our ball because we're a historical black college. You don't respect our ball because you thought Prairie View was something that Prairie View A&M is not anymore. And I'm from this state. I know the good old boy network. I get it. That time is over with. Prairie View A&M plays real ball. We play real ball. We coach real ball. We recruit real football players. And so whatever you thought it was, it ain't that anymore. So I don't need you to text me and call me and say, "Hey Jack, what are you doing?" Jack know exactly what he's doing. Jack is calling out the nonsense that continues to happen when it comes to our football at Prairie View A&M. We will not sit on our hands and be disrespected anymore. If you wanted to give coaches in the room some more good stuff to hold on to and take back to their team, then you should have invited our coaches. And I understand that you should have invited them. So we're not going to sit here and act like it shouldn't have happened. We should have been there. They should have been there. They earned it.
Okay, Mr. Ford.
Okay,
Stop.
two things.
Okay.
Two things. Two things.
Oh,
All right, listen to me. Listen
okay.
to me. Number one, okay, what he's saying is factual. There's nothing he's saying is a lie. The
Hmm.
second thing is, and I told you this before, he is auditioning for an FBS job and he wants to be accepted in that room. In other words, he's trying to move up, okay? And he sees in his eyes, he sees that, you remember them colored signs and white signs? Do you remember that? Did they teach you about that in the 50s and 40s? You had a,
Colors only.
yeah, there you go. That's what he's talking about. But what this guy wants, he wants to move up. And he's saying that he's not getting equal access. Okay. He's trying to move up in a room that's controlled by other white coaches. That's I mean, pure and simple. That's what it's about.
Okay, so now that he's doing that, Mr. Ford, I have to ask you this question. Is that the best way to get into that door? Especially in this climate. Is the best way to get into that door by calling them out on social media?
I don't know if it's the best way.
That's how you get blackballed, especially
Well,
in this climate.
he's like I told you, he's trying to get access to a room because he's trying to move up. It's just like you got this house over here, and then you got the master's house. He wants to get in the master's house. That's what he wants. He want to get in the master's house. I'm telling you, he's auditioning.
So the only thing that I will say is that um and maybe there was another video, or there's some extension to what was said, um but when he talks about our brand of football, and you're not respecting, I'm wondering, is he meaning PV as in PV brand, because PV has not been a winning, um has not been winning for quite some time, you know or maybe he's not auditioning, because I don't know.
No, he auditioning. He auditioning. Believe
I
me,
don't feel
he's
like
auditioning. But what he's wasting time with is that he's trying to change the hearts and minds of them people in that FBS room to give him a
he
chance.
can change it by beating Tarleton, right?
But that's what
Tarleton
that's why he
State.
put him on the schedule. That's why
Right,
he's
but
playing Prairie View. I mean, not Prairie View. That's why he's playing Texas Southern at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning. He's auditioning. He's trying to move on. He wants to go to FBS. That's the promotion he's seeking.
now you know that when we talk about um that level of speaking out, and I'm bucking, I'm doing this, I'm speaking out for all of us. That is not a good way to get into the old boys network. He even said it himself. He said some people are gonna text me like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, yeah.
But um, hey, so yeah, so then I made this remark, and I don't know, like, I had somebody tell me, like, you're not a real reporter. I was like, wait a minute now. Just because I
But,
reposted a statement that the coach made himself.
well, did you believe that when they said you were not a real reporter? Did you believe that?
No, I started to
Okay,
tell
thank
them
you.
about all the ways that they
That's the
weren't
good thing about it. As
that
long as
they
you don't
weren't a real
believe it.
reporter. Right. And you know what?
Okay.
I have to stop, being like I've been doing pretty good as of recently of not responding to some of that stuff, but I was getting ready to tell her all the ways that she's not a real reporter. You might get those media credentials, but where's the work? We need to see the
Yeah.
work. I don't do things for likes. Apparently, you don't do it for at all. You just get media credentials. Anyway, let me see. I think what I said was I didn't. I just posted and I said, maybe that decision came about because of a viral video that where you basically said that you can't build a team with a bunch of 18-year-olds. And so what some people did was, which I didn't do it, Colorado Game Day did it. Colorado Game Day clipped just that part where it says you can't build a team with a bunch of 18-year-olds, and it went viral. And if I'm the high school association, am I going to have a whole bunch of coaches who don't even believe in my product, which is the high school students? They don't, you know, that's not their thing. And everybody's like, well, he's right. You can't build a championship with a whole bunch of 18-year-olds. It's like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? And it's
Yeah.
how it can be interpreted at all times. And when you have a platform like that, and those are the things that you're going viral for, do you think that the coaches association is going to go do their research and go look at your roster and say, oh, he does have some high school students on his team? Like, they're not going to do all that. They're going to take you for what is outward and what is available and what has went viral.
Yeah, but always remember the first thing 18-year-olds look at is whether or not you win in championships. Because I remember a time when they didn't even let 18-year-olds play. When you came out of high school, everybody had to sit out. You could only play
Yeah.
3 years. Okay.
And
When these kids look now, at one time it was, do you have a championship program? Do you go to
right.
the playoffs? That kind of stuff. Now
What
today,
type of games, what type of games do you play? What type of platforms am I going to be on?
yeah, but
Am I going
the
to be
thing now
seen on
today is it's all
TV?
about money. It's about money.
Not for
When these
18-year-olds.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, the ones that those schools do want, the 18-year-olds, they about how much can you give me A, how much can you give me B, how much can you give me C? That's what it's about. It's about that money. Okay. So what's happening is a lot of the schools now don't want to give the money to inexperienced young 18-year-olds. They'd rather go with somebody that's put in 400 plays for the last 2 years. Okay. They would rather give it to him. All right. And so it's caused us as HBCUs to get a more high rated kid than we've been getting in the past. Because I continue to tell people, yeah, they making these rule and sometimes the rule is unjust, but it's not stopping that train called HBCU football. And I've said this to you over and over. We are in a golden era. Okay. For the
Well,
last listen, to the last 5 or 6 years, our
mhm.
football has grown and grown. All right. And whether our schools go for the transfer kid or we go for the high school kid, HBCU football every year gets better and better. That's why I've been saying it since the end of last year, 2025. 2025 was a good season. I enjoyed it. It was a great season. 2026 is going to be better because we are in the midst of a golden era.
I'm so glad you talked about this golden era, Mr. Ford. I can't wait to talk about the golden era. Um, so yeah, I said makes a viral statement that basically alludes to lack of recruitment of high schoolers. Staff isn't invited by high schooler clinics to speak. So this is what I will say about building a championship team and also the transfer portal. Um, a couple of things. I don't think there's anything wrong with the transfer portal. I also think that if we look at some of the track records in the SWAC, I don't mean to brag. I don't mean to, but Jackson State has a pretty good track record of the freshmen play their first year. How many freshmen of the years have we had? Let's name them in the last 5 years. Travis Terrell was freshman of the year. Hang, let me get that. I believe Shador Sanders was. I mean, he was freshman of the year too.
What about Hunter?
Uh
Travis Hunter went freshman of the year?
oh man, he might have been freshman of the year too.
I'm quite sure he was.
He only played in like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, but they were big. The ones he played big.
I want to say that Jackson State has really been taking that over. Let me see. Jared Lockhart was named SWAC co-freshman of the year, and that was in 2025. 2024, Travis Terrell was named freshman of the year. Kevin Coleman in 2022 wasn't freshman of the year. Okay, I'm sorry. Kevin Coleman was 2022. I want to say Shador Sanders was 2021, I believe. We play our freshman, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah,
And then that's
yeah.
not even including first and second team SWAC. But I say that to say this, that I feel like you can play in the SWAC. We're not talking SEC football. We're talking about uh can you build a team off of strictly freshmen? No, you can't win. I will say this, what Alabama State had a relatively young team the year before last, right?
No, last
When
year.
no, the year before that, Mr. Ford, they were a really young team. When all those quarterbacks got injured,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
you're right.
a
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
very young
yeah. They were
team.
young. Yeah,
And a lot of those young men are still on Alabama State's roster.
yeah, they are. You're
The
right.
young man who actually is a Buck Buchanan watch list. Buck Buchanan, excuse me. I did an interview with him for SWAC Media Day, the one that had
Mhm,
5 interceptions. He's been at Alabama State since he was a freshman. He's on the Buck Buchanan watch list this year.
mhm,
Um, so everybody builds their team differently. I'm not gonna say how a coach should build their team, but um, I will say this: Alabama State, even with a young team, has consistently been competing at a high level. Of course, they have not been able to get over that hump of Jackson State, right? In the SWAC East, but they have repeatedly had young teams with young men straight fresh out of high school. Some of them are JUCO. Grambling coach Mickey Joseph talked about. I think he said 67% of the roster that he bought in is still there, and those were, freshmen. Now, to
right.
that point, they could say, "Well, they ain't won no championship," so obviously he's right, right? I
Yeah.
guess it just depends, right? And then we have to see, is Prairie View going to dominate the West like they did last year, Mr. Ford?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you out talent and coach these kids up these mercenaries? Because they flipping 60 and 70 a roster.
Yeah. But he got an outstanding staff.
So then it's flipping the roster and then training these young men up and coaching them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. See,
So
the thing that's so promising about the SWAC now is that you got about 6 to 7 schools. They got great staffs. Them guys can work anywhere. Now, what he
right,
was saying about his staff not being recognized, I can agree with that
you
because
can
he does
agree.
have some outstanding people on his staff. I do feel that at least 3 of them guys, maybe 4 of them, have head coaching potential.
So Jamal points out that Tiger Nation says so our football was solely PV. So was Coach Jackson talking about HBCU football or was he talking about PV football? The only reason why I say that Coach Jackson is not talking about HBCU football is because Coach has repeatedly said that he doesn't coach HBCU football. He coaches college football.
College football, yeah.
So I don't know. Georgia Thighs says no, they're not. Three schools they beat by only 1 to 2 points. So we're gonna see. All right. So it's interesting, right? And we will see how this translates into the season. I think that that's why it's so much fun to cover the SWAC. You know what? There's always something going on in HBCU football. Now, I went and did my research, Mr. Ford, because you keep on saying that we have a resurgence, right? A rejuvenation of HBCU football. This is the golden era. And so I wanted to talk about this golden era, and I wanted to do it with numbers. Because we have some coaches that come into the SWAC, or we have people that are covering the SWAC, and they make these statements that are not backed up by factual data. And that is basically that HBCUs are feeder farms for FBS teams, and that the goal is not the NFL. The goal should be to come here and play and go to the FBS for NIL money. So we're going to look at the numbers. I was able to compile them based off of Hero Sports.
Mhm.
And Mr. Ford, Hero Sports covers the FCS. And
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm
they,
familiar with them.
Blue does it too, where they
Yeah. Hmm.
keep a tab on who's transferring from the FCS to FBS
Right.
and who's transferring from the FBS to FCS. And I looked at the data, which I'm excited to talk about because the narrative is that HBCUs are feeder farms, and it's just simply not true at all. I would venture to say that HBCUs, especially in this golden era that you're talking about, they are profiting, or a net positive is being had because um, we are able to basically get young men that normally wouldn't come to HBCUs because they'd be sitting on the bench somewhere at an FBS team. But since they can only carry 105 now, they're not necessarily doing that, right? You can't hold people on the bench and hoard talent like they used to do in Alabama. How many players do you think they was hoarding on Alabama? 130? One? How many players, Mr. Ford?
I mean, what period? Now, when are we talking about? Are you talking about now?
So now they have no, not now, because now it's literally 105. That's it
Okay.
across all of Division One.
Right.
You can't carry more than 105. But during that era of Alabama football or whatnot, how many do you think they were actually carrying? 140?
Maybe more, because see, you had the gray shirt kids, then you had the walk on kids. And then if you put those two together, you're talking about they might have had 150 to 200 players on campus, or kids who were able to play. Because one thing, Nick Saban was 3 to 4 deep at one time. I mean, he had kids who would eventually make the pros. They were third string kids.
Mm. And so that's one of the things, like you're not able to do that. You literally have 105. That's what you're carrying.
Yeah, you eliminated. I think they eliminated maybe red shirting and Maybe gray shirt now too.
All right. So I did 4 years. A 4-year transfer portal trend. So we're in 2026 right now. There was 442 players from FCS that transferred to FBS so far this year. Of that, only 46 of them were HBCU players. There was 565 FBS players that transferred to FCS this year. Of that, 113 and counting are headed to HBCUs. So that the percentage of FBS players to HBCUs, that's 20%. So 20% of those FBS transfers came to HBCUs, and only 10% of FCS players from HBCUs went to the FBS. So that's basically double. We're bringing in double the amount of players,
Right.
which is the stark opposite and difference for Marshall Falk when he was talking about, you know, you basically play here for 2 years and then go to the FBS for this money that you don't even know if you're really going to get. Because I know a couple of kids that transferred to FBS and they were promised NIL money, and then later on down the line, they'd be like, I didn't get that money, or they didn't get what they were promised. All right, next, let's look at 2025, and we're going to talk about what happened in 2025. Everybody remembers that they said that you can only carry 105 players. There is a reason why there was a large amount of FBS players that went down to FCS. 803 FBS players transferred to FCS last year. 142 came to HBCUs. 518 players left FCS to go FBS. 73 of those were from HBCUs. So you still have more FBS players coming to HBCUs than you have going out.
Right.
And I think the reason why there was such a huge amount of the like 803 and then 830 from 2024 and 2025 is because they limited rosters. In 2025, who did we have leave, Mr. Ford?
After 2025,
Yeah, like what? I'm trying to think of
you had
what.
that kid go to Syracuse. You had one kid go to
No, I'm talking
Purdue.
about coaching wise.
Oh,
Hmm.
didn't your defensive line coach leave?
I'm talking about head coaches.
Oh, okay.
If you look at like let me see if I can pull it up. Like if you look at some of these exits and you see that the players went to FBS, I noticed that there was a lot of movement at Grambling and a lot of movement at FAMU. I'm talking about a lot of movement. And I was like, why do they have so many people leaving? And then I was like, okay, so maybe these people are leaving because there's a change in the coaches.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Is that why they're leaving like that?
yeah. But I know a lot of them kids from FAMU came back.
Yeah, so Florida A&M had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Florida A&M had 9 players leave in 2024. 9 players left. Grambling, when did Coach Mickey get here? 1, 2. When
He's
did
been
Coach
there
Mickey?
2 years, right?
So then that would correlate with that. The mass exodus,
Mm-mm.
right? I
Yeah,
think
after
so.
Hugh Jackson left, they had a mass exodus. Yeah, when Hugh
Yeah,
Jackson left. A lot
1,
of
2,
kids
3,
left.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 Gremlin players went to FBS teams. And so that would basically explain, okay, why did we have so many Gremlin players going FBS? And that was because Hugh Jackson left, but also the same for Willie Simmons, which is sometimes players they come for the coach, right? Same with Dion.
Right.
And also a lot of these players um either they started out at the FBS or they was always FBS caliber talent. They were playing for the coach. Um Another thing that I was of course pointing out is some of these players started out at the FBS level and then they came down to FCS and then of course they went back to FBS and that's not taken into account. An example of that is Antonio Doyle. You remember he was at Texas A&M, I believe.
And he ended up where?
So he was at Texas A&M. He came to Jackson State, I believe, and then he went on a mercenary tour. He was everywhere. He went to Louisville. And he went somewhere else too. Like he just was going everywhere. I didn't even know you could have that many years of football. He was like everywhere. So he went from Texas A&M, transferred to Jackson State, from Jackson State up UNLV. So he went from Jackson State to Louisville, Louisville to UNLV. He was on his NIL tour.
Wait a minute, that's the kid. Was he a defensive end? What was he? A defensive lineman?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
but he
him.
started out at FBS. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
remember.
So when you
Yeah.
have student athletes that start out at FBS and they come to FCS and then they decide to go back to FBS, are they really being poached or was that their aim to come to FCS and ball out? Do you count those FBS players that came to FCS? Do you count that as them being poached?
No, that sounded like that kid was looking for the bag, baby. He was
And
trying
the
to get
bag he
paid.
got, and the bag he got, right?
Yeah, he was trying to get paid.
But I just wanted to point out that HBCUs are eating off the transfer portal, and we are eating off those FBS players
Oh yeah.
because they come to, like you said, many of them have developed in programs for 3 years at the FBS level. So you could expect for them to come with some level of training, development. A lot of them have been bulked up. um, One of the issues in HBCU football is, of course, the implementation of strength and conditioning, the training table. It's not highlighted for all teams, but that is one of the glaring things that needs to be addressed in some programs is the nutrition,
Right, right.
the muscle milk, the bulking. Um, and so these players already come bulked up. They already come, what's that? The RME meals. Some of these schools make kids pay for their tuition from the bag. They don't realize that until it's too late. And that's true. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we got $200,000 for you, and 50,000 of it is your tuition. 20,000 of it is your apartment. Another 20,000 is the car that they lease for you." So yeah. So yeah. Simply Beautiful said, "Do y'all see the player who spent thousands of his NIL on handbags for his girlfriend, Mr. Ford?"
Mhm.
That young man was in Coach Prime's program. I think his name was Seaton or something like that. He was at Colorado, and
Okay.
he said that Colorado wasn't doing what they were supposed to. He went to LSU. He looked like a totally different defensive player. They got him in the weight room.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. What else are we talking about? I think I pretty much covered everything. We did Howard. We
Okay.
did Tennessee State. We did everything.
Okay. So you coming back Saturday?
a minute. We didn't do defenses today.
We can do it Saturday.
Oh, let me see what I did with that paper. I don't even know what I did with it. I had a paper that said all the different defenses. I know one thing. I hope we pack the box when we see that they getting ready to run. Good Lord.
Yeah, because you can't block 8. You can't do it.
Huh?
I said you can't block 8.
Oh, it says that he claimed those were his bags and that they were doing a fun video. Oh, okay, y'all. Y'all, they got $5 margaritas tomorrow at Chili's. I know Mr. Ford don't drink.
I like Chili's though. We got one
So,
back here.
huh? Braxton likes Chili's too. I don't
I
know.
like
I
Chili's. Yeah, I don't
I
drink, but I
remember
like Chili's.
the last time me and Braxton were at Chili's. I don't know why I ordered it. It's not a
Yeah, I like
steakhouse.
Chili's.
Why are you ordering a steak from Chili's?
Chili's, Applebee's, TGIF. I love them places.
Yeah, well, they have $5 margaritas tomorrow for National Tequila Day, and for $7 you can get a frozen Patron margarita. Uh, I might have to take a little Uber over there tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to talk about Queen City HBCUs. So Saturday, we have the 7th annual Queen City HBCU Cookout Scholarship Fundraiser, and it will be taking place on Johnson C. Smith campus. Tickets are $35 for adults, 15 for children. It's a scholarship fundraiser, so y'all come on out and have fun. I think that most of the HBCUs will be represented there. So I know Jackson State's going to be there deep, but come out, come out, come out.
And you're the secretary, and Bro Brooks is the president.
Yes.
You put a picture. It came across my phone. I saw a big gathering of people. Did y'all have something last week or the week before?
No.
Whatever. You put a picture on there or something. A lot of people look like.
Oh, okay, that's Queen City HBCUs. He's also the creator of Queen City HBCUs, which
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
links all the
It was on my
various
phone. I
HBCUs.
looked. I was like, okay.
The last event that I went to with Queen City HBCUs was when we went to go see Shador last year.
Okay. Yeah.
It was HBCUs from all over.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My
Any and
sister
all you could
went
think
too.
of was in the house. Norfolk was there. Um, Dillard, Howard, Jackson State, Alabama A&M, Alabama State. They were from all over, Mr. Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that picture that you saw, that was probably a Queen City HBCU event.
Right. Right.
I wish Jerome was on now so that he could talk about it. But I don't think he's on. Let me see if I can get him on here. Like, Brother Jerome, come on here and shout your event out. Let me see if I can get him on here real quick. He might be preoccupied. I should have told him earlier about it. But yeah, it's this Saturday. All right. So, anything else? No other mess? We don't have any more mess? No, Mr. Ford?
Huh?
I said you don't have nothing else to say this weekend? You don't want to ask Howard about them 300 pieces?
Yeah. It's,
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to try to make you be messy.
yeah. They gon' I think they gonna bring their people in here. We'll see.
You said what now?
I said we waiting to see it. We waiting on August the 29th.
Do you already have your tickets for that?
You know, I wait to the last minute. My wife gets them online. You know, we either wait, we get them like a week before, we get them the day of.
Wait a minute, not the day of, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, we get them the day of.
Really? I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, yeah. I'll probably get them early because probably
Mr.
when I
Ford,
get
you
back in
can't be
school.
waiting. You can't be waiting last minute. Okay, let
I
me
don't
see if I
think
can.
this one will be a sellout. Now we've had some sellouts, but this is not going to be one of them.
Mr. Ford said there will be plenty of seats available.
Yeah, I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay, I got it.
Now, if Bruce Jackson was in there, yeah, I'd be a fam. I would get my seats early because I know
Jackson.
that. Yeah, if
Deshaun
Jackson was in
Jackson?
Jackson
Or
State.
oh, Jackson State. Okay.
Yeah, if they were in the SWAC challenge, I would definitely get my tickets early
There
because those
we
are the people.
go.
Mhm.
Brother Brooks. I can't hear you. Let me see. Did I add him correctly? Yeah, I did. You gotta take yourself off mute. Hey, 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 do I love? I still can't hear you. Hello?
Hey, hey, yeah, love. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Happy Friday
Well,
Eve. Is Mr. Stallone?
hey, yeah, I'm here. I'm right here.
I feel like it
How
might be a
you
delay.
doing? No, there's not a delay. There's not a
I'm doing
delay.
well.
Can I say hi?
Oh,
Yeah, you can say
okay.
hi. Go ahead.
Hi.
Is Mr. Ford on?
Yeah,
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm right here,
Hey,
bro,
brother
bro. I'm
Braxton, how
here.
you doing?
Hi.
Hey, Mr. Ford, how you feeling, sir?
Oh, good, good, good. Now you got your tickets for that Nashville game?
Hi, everyone.
Yes, sir. I am
So
flying out that Thursday evening after work.
right now, you get the $400 ticket?
Are you
Which
coming?
ticket did you get?
Dang,
No,
Mr.
hey,
Ford.
Did you get the $400
I
ticket?
got the,
Why you all up in his business
I got
about
my
his
I'm just
ticket?
trying to see if he got the. He gonna be in the suites, ain't
yes, sir.
he? Yeah.
It's a different. But no, so I definitely want to thank Timona. Thank you, Timona, for providing that amazing promo video. So, as you guys might know, I'm the co-founder of Queen City HBCUs here in Charlotte.
Right.
It's a conglomerate of our 54 HBCU alumni chapters. And every year we have our signature event, which is a Queen City HBCUs Cookout Scholarship Fundraiser. That'll be this Saturday at Johnson C. Smith University from 4 until 8 p.m. All the proceeds and revenue that's generated, it's dispersed back to the participating alumni chapters for their scholarship funds. This has actually grown and morphed into the largest HBCU event here in Charlotte. It's also the largest collective fundraiser in Charlotte. And, you know, all this week I've been juggling a lot of media interviews, as you know, as well. So just really glad that the buzz is out there. Every year it's gotten bigger and better. So if you happen to be in the Carolinas or Charlotte area, we welcome you to come out for some really great food, fun, and fellowship. And essentially, it's just a party with a purpose.
Well, with all that said, now, bro Brooks, did you chart? Why y'all didn't charter a bus to go from Charlotte to Nashville? How many hours is that?
I want to say, man,
That's like
six and a
seven
half
and a
hours.
half hours.
But
Yeah.
that's too long on a bus.
On a bus, that's about
Yeah.
7 hours.
Yeah, for my folks in my chapter, man, you know, a lot
They
of
a
them
little
are doing.
bougie. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing
Nah,
wrong with it. We catching flights out there, Mr. Ford.
Okay, y'all catching
absolutely.
flight.
Now, what we might do as a chapter, we may get a bus and go down to Montgomery. You know, that's right down 85. So we might do that for the Bama State game. But
Right,
yeah, man,
right.
you know, a lot of folks here in the Carolinas flying out from Raleigh, Durham, and Columbia, and Charlotte, from Nashville. So I expect some really huge numbers that weekend.
Well, let me ask you a question, bro, Brooke. What about you hollering at
Okay.
Dr. Ashley Robinson about possibly bringing Jackson State to Charlotte to take on A&T in the near
You know, I
future?
know Timona. I know Timona interviewed him at Swag Media Day. She kind of posed that question, and A.D. Robinson, rightfully so, he stated, the money has to be right, just to make
Okay.
sure, the band is accommodated for and the cheerleaders and the team. So I know this year A&T and Central are playing in the Dukes Mayo Classic in Charlotte. So I'm pretty
What's the
sure
date
that's
on that? What's that date?
Timona. Do you know the date on that?
I don't cover that football. I do cover. I could look it up for you though.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because I know
Yes, you
Morgan and
said North.
A&T. I know Morgan and
that
A&T is playing on the 29th as well.
yeah, that's the first game. First game for both of them.
Yeah, so that Dukes Mayo Classic is probably going to be Labor Day weekend. Time they played here, I want to say they had about 42,000,
Yeah,
45,000.
I watched that game on television.
Oh yeah, but I'm with you, Mr. Ford. I would love to have Jackson State here in Charlotte. If we can play either A&T or South Carolina State or Central, I think it'll be amazing.
Yeah, I think it would be too.
You said that they're supposed to play in Duke Mayo.
Yeah, I believe it's this year. Is it this year or is it next year?
It must be next year because they're playing in Durham this year, September 12th in Durham.
Okay, so Central is hosting A&T.
Yeah,
Because Central's been having their way with A&T.
They really
They've
have.
been they've been taking that belt off early,
Oh yeah.
taking the
It,
belt off and doing what with them?
whooping. You know what?
you ain't lying. I mean, the
If they
score.
scored the last 2 years, they've scored 60 points.
Yeah, it's been lopsided.
And then Dave will holler out that A&T is going to be competitive.
They're gonna beat the Blacks.
Yeah, I done told him, boy, you need to say no to drugs.
Oh Lord, Mr. Ford, leave Dave alone. Let him
I
have his
would. And just,
his
yeah,
delusions of grandeur.
man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys. If you're in another city like Nashville or New Orleans or Ohio or wherever you are, there happen to be a lot of HBCU chapters. Definitely come together during the summer. Try to put together like a cookout. It doesn't have to be for a scholarship. It could just be for fellowship. Because I just feel like together we can make a big impact as opposed to kind of doing things separately. So you'll be surprised the amount of prospective students that come out just want to learn more about your HBCUs at these events. So if you guys ever want any tips on what we've done here in Charlotte, just feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help out.
Well, now, bro, Brooks, what's going to be Jackson State headquarters? Which hotel in Nashville is going to be your headquarters?
So the host hotel, I'm told there's actually several. That's how uh, in demand. But so I'm the chair of the social media committee for the JSU in the area now. So my team and I are collecting some data. We're going to put out a teaser video, kind of a know before you go. So we're going to post that maybe like the second week in August, and it'll have all the information as far as the host hotel, the alumni mixer. It'll have information as far as if they're wearing white, just all the ins and outs. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, because it's some really nice hotels down there by Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah.
Some real nice ones.
I think
Now
I
But I
need to
still
change
say
my
this
hotel.
this was the best place to play that game. I like Vanderbilt better than that Nissan Stadium.
I probably need to change my hotel because I had it close to the other stadium,
Nissan.
and they're gonna have a game too. So then there's gonna be traffic that way. So I think I need to change.
Oh, they're playing Chicago, and their fans travel well as well. So Nashville's going to be pretty packed that weekend, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. They've already said that it's going to be an economic impact on the city. They've already said that.
Good, great. They ain't ready for that, Mr. Forbes. Moment.
Mm-mm. They
But
not
like
ready.
I said, this is a nice place to play a football game on a Saturday night. Is
Okay.
Nashville, Tennessee, on the campus of Vanderbilt. That whole area down there, Vanderbilt, is really nice.
And Mr. Ford and Timona, didn't they just renovate that stadium? Don't they have like
Yeah,
some new?
yeah,
Okay.
they did. It went from 35 to 40 or
45.
45. Yeah, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did some renovations.
Mr. Ford, Laquan Workman says that Trey Oliver will take it easy on his friend Gibbs.
No, that don't matter. They can be friends after the game. Listen, that's a nasty rivalry between Central and A&T. Nah, ain't no taking it easy. Yeah, because if A&T could do it to Central, they'll do it, and Central can do it to A&T, they gonna do it. I've been up in them. I've had a chance to go to their games. They don't like each other.
Mr. Ford, do you think because a lot of people, a lot of Aggies feel like the A&T administration did Sam Washington dirty, and
They did.
they feel like he put a root on A&T. Are they cursed? Like what's going on? Is it kind of a
They
situation?
in the wrong conference. They in over their head. They in a ditch. They in the CAA. That's a ditch, and they can't get out. That's the curse. And the curse was put on them by the president and Earl Hilton. That's who put it on them. Yeah, they did Sam wrong, and they're gonna get rid of what's his name,
Yeah,
Sean. They're gonna get rid of him too, cause they in over their head.
yeah.
They just like Tennessee State. They just slow learners.
They in the Robin clad, the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they slow learners, man.
It's
They
sad, Mr.
destroy.
Ford,
I mean, listen.
to see what
Before
they
Deion Sanders came to Jackson, Mississippi, and took that job at Jackson State, North Carolina A&T had the best overall athletic program of any HBC. They was winning in football, women's basketball, men's basketball. They were winning in women's track and field, men's track and field. The only thing they weren't winning in was they were not winning in baseball. But everything else was on a high level. I mean, the destruction of that athletic program was self-inflicted.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, they killed their own program.
Mm,
If
mm, mm, mm.
if they had stayed in the MEAC, they would still be getting them big. Because see, Sam's, let's see, the last few years that Sam was there and they were in the MEAC, they was out recruiting those group of 5 schools up and down that Eastern Seaboard.
Oh yeah,
They were getting the athletes them schools wanted.
you remember they was knocking off. I remember they beat UNC Charlotte. They beat Jacksonville State.
Yeah, they
beat
beat Eastern Carolina, East
They beat,
Carolina.
yeah, they beat Kent State. They were on a roll, man.
They
Honestly,
want to go. They listen. They killed their own program.
they did. And you know what's crazy? I've never seen a football program fall out for grace that far. Like for them to be winning back-to-back celebration bowls and
They won. Let's see. Didn't they win 4? How many celebration bowls they won?
4, Mr. Ford.
yeah,
4.
4.
That's like 3 against Alcorn and 1 against
You
Grambling.
know who's gonna make you hear it, Dave? Dave is always gonna remind us that
But
A&T
you know
comes
what?
first.
It's forget. Listen, they. I think that in the last 2 years, they've won what 2 games,
that's sad.
3. They won 3, Mr.
3
Ford.
games. Okay,
Or
because I know
or
one year they beat Winston Salem and they struggled to do that.
They did. It was in overtime.
Yeah.
And that's bad because Winston-Salem wasn't even like a CIAA contender.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Man,
that's
listen, they killed their own program, man.
that's what they did.
Yeah, that's what they get.
well, they have a new AD now, Mr. Ford.
Who's
Yeah, you
the
saw the article in the paper for the 12th straight year. They have had growth as far as the enrollment. They expecting to be
They
over
have growth and
16,000.
they have record ticket sales for their season tickets. So it's good to see that the losing that they have been going through has not affected the fans.
Oh, it has. No, it has affected the fans now. I'm telling you. Because let me tell you something, baby. At one time, you couldn't be in the room with an A&T person. They were so proud of that football team, and that sports program, they sucked all the air out the room.
Oh, really?
Now they kind of they real. I know the ones down here, they real quiet and listen and depressed.
Mr. Ford,
They're quiet now.
you saying Aggie Pride died?
They're quiet and depressed.
Aggie pride.
Aggie pride, baby. Aggie pride.
You said that the Aggie Pride died.
Yeah, man. They did it to themselves. The president and
Good gracious.
the AP, they did it.
I'm gonna put that on the shirt.
Aggie
Aggie
pride.
pride then got Aggie tide.
Yeah.
No,
The way
but you
they
know
look
what?
these last few years, I don't know. I don't know if they can win the CIAA.
No, John C. Smith will run them, man, they beat the
That's what
brakes.
I'm saying. I don't even know if they can win the CIAA.
That's bad. I think A&T and Hampton and FAMU and Cookman, they need to go going back home.
Wait, what are you adding FAMU and Mr. Ford? You
Oh
hear
man,
him? You hear
listen,
him talk
man.
about FAMU and Bethune Cookman need to go
Listen,
home?
them people at FAMU will tell you in a minute. They wasted 40 years doing nothing, being in that MEAC. Because see, when I was in college, that's when they went MEAC, and we knew that was wrong. Because the MEAC schools were not their rivals. Their rivals was Jackson. When I was in college,
They are not our rivals.
listen, Jackson, Southern, and Grambling would come to Tallahassee. They would come, and there would be a big crowd waiting on them. And then you think a big crowd was going to be waiting on Delaware State? You think a big crowd was going to be waiting on Morgan State? No.
I'm just saying, Mr. Ford, look, I feel we just need a stream. You know how, like, with the economy, everybody's kind of like streamlining and consolidating. I think the swag is time we do the same. We just need to consolidate a little bit. Just send the Florida schools back. And you got to think about it. Culturally, they just more aligned to those schools. They got more history. So they got some history with Bama State.
Listen, bro, hey, the swag is a super conference, man. Y'all go listen. The swag goes all the way
Who was
from
already
but you add it. Listen, you go from Texas all the way across that I-10 corridor to Florida. That swag covers what, over 1,000 miles, isn't it? How far is it from Houston, Texas to Daytona Beach? How far is that?
That's too far.
Well, that's what I said. That's a super conference, man.
Mr. Ford, Perry White's in the chat.
Wait a minute, Perry from Southern?
Yeah.
What's going on? Tell Perry to come up.
He said Southern versus FAMU is the longest active non-conference rivalry in college football from the
Oh yeah.
1940s until the
Oh
early
yeah.
2000s.
You know the story about the president? What happened to the president when he went to did I tell you that story about Southern's president? They drove him to Tallahassee to see Southern and FAMU. Did I tell you about that story?
Who drove? He's scared to get on a plane?
No, this was in the 40s. This was in the
Oh, okay,
40s.
okay.
They drove over to he drove over to see Southern football team was playing Florida A&M in Tallahassee.
Mm-hmm.
And did I tell you what happened?
What happened?
He saw the 100. And he said he wanted a band like that. That's how they got up with the boom, with the boom. I
Y'all
mean, with
hear?
the human jukebox.
Ooh, y'all hear him
It
speaking
started
that
out as a
blasphemy?
brainchild of the president. He said he wanted a band like what Florida A&M had.
Ooh, do you hear him speaking that blasphemy?
No, ain't no blasphemy. That's the truth. I can't. I don't know if his name was Clark or what. I need to go back and look that up. But they drove him. This was in the 40s. He went. They drove him to Florida A&M. He drove over to see Southern play Florida A&M in the football game, and he saw the 100. And he told them that he wanted a band like that at Southern. That was the beginning of the human jukebox.
Boy, you're gonna start a war.
Huh?
You're gonna start a war.
I was going to say, Mr.
Nothing
Ford
people
being
crazy.
messy, he's definitely going to start something.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to take a poll. Send FAMU and Bethune-Cookman to the MEAC. Type 1 in the chat for hell yes. Type 2 in the chat for today. Type 3 in the chat for no, y'all can stay. And type 4 in the chat for take your ass back to the MEAC.
Now, Mr. Ford,
Huh?
the Southern and FAMU, has Southern beaten FAMU since FAMU joined the flag?
No.
Been a while.
I don't even think they beat them even when FAMU was on their lowest.
It's been a while now. It's been a while.
The
Because
last
I
time
know they had some problems with they couldn't beat Willie Simmons. I know that.
right.
So it's been a while since they
Did Odoms ever beat? Did they play FAM when they was with Odom?
now I saw Odoms beat them that was way back. I saw Odoms beat them when Joe Taylor was the president at the Dome. It was a big crowd. There was 59,000 for that game. That was when FAMU's band was on suspension. They played here in Atlanta. I don't remember what year it was,
I
but
was still there.
Southern beat them. Huh? Southern had just fired that guy was named Stump Mitchell.
Yeah, that was
And
2000.
huh?
That was 2012.
That's right. I was at that game. It was 59,000 at that game.
Mm.
What's that man? Dougie Fresh and them performed.
Mm.
Dougie Fresh. I think Shaka Khan might have been here.
Man, that was 14 years ago.
Miss Mary said that we could that we could stay. That FAMU and Bethune can stay.
Listen, ain't no way FAMU and Bethune getting ready to go back to no MEAC. You know what kind of money they making now?
They
You know the kind of
making
money
good
them people
money.
make?
They
Yeah,
making good money.
dude.
But
I just told
I
you.
thought that the Ivy League of the Ivy League, Black Ivy League of football was the MEAC.
And I told you that stuff, that's delusional talk. I told you that. That's delusional. I mean, that's what their commissioner's good. She's good with them little one-liners like that, but they ain't doing nothing. They ain't getting no better. They ain't growing. You know, she look up and see how long has Miss Steele been the commissioner of the MEAC, and they still hadn't got any teams to join. Now everybody knows there's 6 teams in the MEAC playing football. You need 8, and you really need 10.
Mr. Ford, do you
SU
think?
beat them at FAMU and then turned the water sprinklers on them. Damn. Why would you?
Yeah, that was
Damn, that
in
was rude.
2001, I think.
That was rude.
Yeah, that was the old line. I remember that because I think Southern won by a field goal at
Yeah,
the last play, and then Southern fans rushed the field, and they was second lining on the field as jukebox played "Do What You Wanna." Then they turned the sprinklers on.
was
It's
that
on,
2020? What year was that?
that was in 2001. It's on YouTube.
That
Oh,
is
okay.
so
Okay.
trifling. They turned the sprinklers on.
And the sprinklers on. They was still there. They was still second line on the field. Now, Mr.
Oh
Ford, do you think and tomorrow, do you think
my.
that Jay Walker would make a good commissioner for the MEAC?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think anybody will be better than Miss Steele. But I think he would definitely be better.
Yeah, he definitely has some star power. He got some name
But at
recognition.
least he know you know he's gonna read. He's gonna do his research. Because right now they just stand still. It's all just standing still. You know, all she does, she waits to see if they're gonna win the celebration ball. She'll say brag about that. Then she ain't got no long range, no short range goals, nothing. She's just pathetic. But the guy that she got it from, he was pathetic. You remember Dr.
Mr.
Dennis Thomas?
Ford.
He was pathetic. He was over that conference 19 years and did nothing. Really, the only thing he gave that conference was a new
The
logo.
logo.
That's all he did.
I knew you were gonna say logo.
Mm.
But they just getting left in the dust because let me tell you something. The swag rolling. The swag is rolling, baby.
Where are we rolling to, Mr. Ford?
Greatness
Mm.
and gonna get better because they working. They putting in their due diligence. They love the grind. They doing the research, baby, and they getting better every year. Cause I'm telling you, I keep
I love
telling y'all since that. What was it? When did Deion Sanders come to Jackson? Was that 20 or 21?
21.
Listen, this conference, it was a rejuvenation. Millions of eyes turned toward the SWAC that we hadn't had in a long time. Okay, we getting better players. We got about 6 or 7 schools right now that are top rate. They're good schools. I mean, as far as staffs and football teams, that's where I
Uh-huh.
know we can get better because we got 12 teams, and if we could get all 12, where we could say all 12 are good, because right now my stamp of approval is on about 8 of them, about 7 or 8 of them.
Mm. Well, I know a couple games we're gonna have to win. Howard is ranked last in the MEAC for the preseason poll. So
Mm.
Alabama A&M's got to show up and show out.
Yeah, Sam got to
And
get
then
that, baby.
Tennessee State is ranked last in their
Listen,
conference.
Tennessee State can't beat no SWAC schools this year. They can't beat Jackson. Jackson got to put that 40 on them, and then fam, you got to clown on them too. We don't want Tennessee State to beat no SWAC schools.
They play
No.
A&M too, I think. Yeah, so,
Yeah, that's right. They play A&M. That's right. Matter of fact, they go to Huntsville.
so,
Hmm. No, they got Matt Leone now, Mr. Ford.
Oh, he's
Don't
good.
they?
Listen, yeah, he's offense coordinator up there. He's good. I've followed him since he was at Southern.
So you don't think he's gonna be able to do nothing offensively?
You talking about Tennessee State?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope not. Hope Coach Quinn smothers him. But I know that Matt Leone is a good offense coordinator. Like I said, I've been watching him since he was down at Southern University.
Yeah, well, that's their new offensive coordinator, and then their defensive coordinator. That Jackson State's not beating Texas or Tennessee State. That's what Coach Thornton said.
Yeah, I mean,
Reggie Barlow said he's flipped his team.
well, Coach Thornton is selling tickets.
Said Tennessee State's already talking shit.
I mean, listen, they selling tickets, baby. They
They
selling tickets.
they're selling the tickets. The tickets gonna sell themselves. You don't
Yeah, but
gotta
they're gonna sell them more because I keep telling you now, this should be the largest attendance-wise, the largest John Merritt Classic ever. I mean, if the people from Tennessee State would come out, this could be a sellout.
Oh Lord. Well, thank you, Brother Jerome, for coming on. I hopefully I will see you this Saturday at the cookout
absolutely. And it looks like the
with
rain is next.
Rax.
So it looks like we're gonna have the rain. So come on
Yeah,
out.
I looked at that. It did look like the rain was gonna come. It was gonna subside. So hopefully it'll be a great turnout, and it won't be as hot. So that'll be great.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for the invite. Looking forward. Always a pleasure.
Okay, listen. Hopefully I'll hear from y'all Saturday night.
Okay, y'all take care.
Okay, have a good night.
You too.
Saturday night, Mr. Ford. Saturday. Oh, Mr. Ford gone. He gone now. Perry, you heard Mr. Ford ask you to come up here, and you still texting in the chat. Can you talk to us about your coach Marshall Falk and his statements? Everybody, you can tune into Perry White Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Shout your radio show out, Perry. Begging Tennessee State fans to show up before he made those JSU comments. TC's the right coach for the noise. He played in this game and now he gets to coach it. He knows what this means to his career at Jackson State. Ooh, is this a big career? Oh, Perry White will be on next week with me and Mr. Ford. So y'all get y'all sudden questions ready because he's gonna be here next week. That's what he said. Or no, not next week. No, he did say that. I'll come on next week with you and Mr. Ford. Okay, good. I'll make sure Mr. Ford knows. All right, y'all. Let's look at the poll, y'all. One more time to answer. Are we sending FAMU and Bethune-Cookman to back to the MEAC? Here, let me put 3 so that it'll upload it. It says hell yes for 1. 2 means send them back today. 3 is no, y'all can stay. And 4 is take your ass back to the MEAC. Y'all are real messy. Everybody said take your ass. 36% of y'all said take your ass back to the MEAC. And 29% of y'all said hell yes. So that's like over 60, almost 60% of y'all. All right. Let me see if I could find where the defensive coordinator, Coach Cedric Thornton, said that they are not going to lose to Jackson State. Oh, Jamal, you want them to stay. That's so sweet. Y'all want them to stay. That's nice. All right. All right. 1, 2, and 4. I don't think it works like that. Hell yes, today, take your ass back to the MEAC. That's not very nice, James. He's selecting all of them. I don't know. I'm gonna have that clipped up for y'all on Saturday. I'll have it clipped where he said that he's gonna basically that he's not losing to Jackson State. And Miss Mac has it posted on Twitter, I believe. Right, Miss Mac? Didn't you post the I think she tagged me. I could have sworn she tagged me in it. She tagged me. Number 5 is they should have never have left the MEAC. No, that's not nice, Jay. I don't know. I've enjoyed having Bethune-Cookman here. And we've been whooping up on FAMU. Be sure to wear something nice next week when I come. Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, wow. Lord have mercy. I agree, Jay. Y'all are ruthless, boy. Y'all are ruthless. Should have never have left. Oh, my goodness. There goes Duke's messy ass. You know he's gonna be at the scene of a crime. At the crime, yeah, at the scene of a crime. That means the celebration win goes back to the MEAC and the SWAC is further behind. What? Oh, Laquan is just mad because Jackson State beat the spots off the Bulldogs the last time we saw them. We know you want that lick back, so schedule Jackson State versus South Carolina State in Charlotte. Oh. All right, let me see. Y'all, I wanna pull up this thing. I think I could do it. Y'all wanna stay on for like 3 more minutes and I could pull it up for y'all. MEAC is the Ivy League of HBCUs. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Russell Haynes, I don't know why you keep trying to. If you want to schedule us, have your AD call my AD, and we could work something out in Charlotte, in the Panther Stadium. Let me go to Miss Matt. Oh wait, here it is. Tennessee State, DC Cedric Thornton said we will not lose. Okay, I found it at the 38-minute spot. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, I think I found it, y'all. The Black Ivies are in the SIAC though. Ooh, not y'all having a competition about who's Ivy and who's not. I don't have no skin in the game. Not one lie has been told. We beat your ass so bad that I took like videos of fans asking what the score was going to be. We beat y'all asses so bad that I couldn't even post it because I felt like it was like teasing. I didn't even post it because I was like, dang, this is like teasing them in a way. That's how bad we beat y'all. I couldn't even post it. I said, no, let me not do that. That's not cool. That's how bad we beat y'all. I was like, what do you think the score is going to be? I couldn't even post it.
And this is understanding that I don't know everything that has to happen in a point off what I believe without having all the information. So let me make sure I say that right. So and still forgive me, Flim. I don't want to steal all your thunder on this, but it's 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 a PR problem that we have just naturally as a university right now. And for me, to show confidence and strength, it's not about having the right, right? And for me, is I'm not sure if we needed a month to for us to get to this point. You know, my head says no, but again, I don't know. And this is not a situation where it's just 6 direct reports saying that we just don't like you because we don't like you because of X, Y, Z. No, this is bullet 6 items what is required of a job, and they're saying like this is why we're coming to you like this, and they understand that this is not light, right? So that's what my thoughts were on it on there from that standpoint. But again, I again I don't know how
it was brought, right?
Y'all should have seen Kobe's face. Y'all should have seen Kobe's face when we whooped up on y'all. If you looked over at him, he had the saddest face. I think it was sadder than the face that he had when we whooped him up in the MEAC SWAC challenge. He was so sad. I think was it the first play of the game where Travis Terrell took it into the end zone and did a flip? Was that the first? Is that the first play? He knew it was over then. No, they owe us 2 touchdowns because who else made a touchdown? Wasn't it Eric Simmons? Was it Eric Simmons that had a touchdown as well? I think they owe us 2 more touchdowns technically. Right before the second half. Can we watch the highlights of that game? Y'all ain't finna get my baby. Them folks are terrible. They ain't finna cancel my channel. YouTube sending me brand deals and stuff now. I can't do it, y'all. Sorry. Can't do it. That is to be beholden. You can look at Celebration Bowl highlights because that was one of the biggest plays for Jackson State versus that one and the one right before halftime, I believe, right? Was it right before halftime? I don't think your channel is set up anymore. Yeah, like I would I do that is one of those things though. I could share with y'all the link. One of the best games ever. They do have it though, ESPN college football. And normally like ESPN actually doesn't they don't put a mark against your channel when you show that type of content, but I just can't risk it. So I didn't. So yeah. All right, y'all. I will see you guys on Saturday. On Saturday, we'll talk about the defenses. If you guys have any content, please clip it and send it to me on Twitter. Or clip it and post it and tag me on it so that it'll be easier for me to find. Thank you all for tuning in. Y'all all have a blessed evening. I will see you guys on SWAC Saturday. Yeah. I don't know if Perry White's going to be on Saturday or another day or whatever. But Mr. Ford will be here and we will be chopping it up. Thanks, Jerome, for coming. Thanks, Mr. Ford. Y'all have a good evening.
Hello. Welcome back to Lessons with Kobe. Today, we will be learning the term belt to ass in sign language. First, we're going to break it down. Stay with me. Belt to ass. One more time. Belt to ass. Together now. Belt to ass. And that concludes my lesson. See you next season.
I've had some days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, things over. All of my good days outweigh my bad days. I don't control. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so this day? But He knows one day from me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world you could ever be. He's been so good. But He knows one day from me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world you could ever be. He's been so good. And try all my children. My midnight today.